And welcome everybody back to the Phantom Zone. It is the most earthquake crowd shaking, could never meet a show money taking, the man, myth, the legend, the most electrifying event in all of YouTube entertainment today. This shot and that little clip I was playing from you is from the awesome, amazing soundtrack that is this movie. Um, Hello, everybody. If I don't answer questions, please don't get offended. I'm actually going to Jenny Godden and Planet Houston's live stream, which will be on tonight. Check that out. Here's the link right here. We're going to be talking about that. So I'm keeping my review kind of short and concise. Plus, this is non-spoiler. And for me to dive into everything I like and dislike about this movie will be more on Tuesday with a big guest of mine, a big friend who's going to be coming over to talk with me because they have a very different view about the ending of this movie than I do. So it'll be fun to have them on to get their thoughts. We both agree on pretty much everything except for this one point, and I think it'll be fun to talk about. But I don't want to do spoilers until this movie has been out. So what are we here to talk about? What are you guys Like everyone's been asking me, God, you were so hyped. What did you think about the movie The Batman? And to tell you the truth, I told Vinci this. I had to sleep on it a night. Everybody got their reviews out, and I had to take a nap because it's a lot to take in. Hold on a second. Look at that. Oh, like, the Vinci got this for me. Fucking, fucking spectacular. I can't wait to go and see it to use it. You know, the cheap bastards, the cheap bastards, they only let you use that one night. But anyway, so I'm here to talk about the Bat and not spoil it. It's extremely hard to do. So let me just lay down what the story's about, pass it through, what I initially thought, and then my rating system. I go with that. So first off, the story. There is a madman on the loose. He is systematically killing people of power in ritualistic, puzzle-based ways. Of course, you guys know from the trailer, it's the Riddler. And the oh, my sound is off. Oh, I mean, does that work? Is my sound really went off? Or what if this was kind of bad early? Hey, Lemon Five, what's up? Can everybody hear me okay, or is my sound still? Okay. So no, this is not the origin story. So I sound far away. Hold on, let me try something. If I disappear, don't worry, I'll be right back. All right, can everybody hear me? Do I sound better? Because my sound might have been off because I switched my headphones. Um, yes, okay, cool. So, story of the Batman. It is not an origin story. This is a year two Batman. He states this in the movie. So if you guys have ever seen there's a animated movie called Year One, which is the first year of Batman. This would be like his second year. So it's still young Batman. And that's why this iteration works for me. And I'll get into that. I'll definitely get into all of that when I get into the story. But basically, um, so here's the deal. Riddler is going around killing people, high profile people in Gotham. And somehow these killings have a connection to Bruce Wayne himself. So the Batman must figure out what the Riddler is trying to convey and what his grand master plan is. So, what did I think of the story? Holy fucking shit. So, let me tell you guys, the first 10 minutes of this film, and I shit you not, like the first fucking 10 minutes of this movie, you know you are in for something completely fucking different. And I imagine people bringing their kids to this and then seeing that first 10 minutes, like there'll be a lot of pissed off parents because this is not a family centric bet. This is not a Christopher Nolan, fucking Tim Burton. This is not that Batman. This is like if you took Batman and put him into the movie Seven or Zodiac, that's the feel of this movie. It's very dark, but not in you can't see. Just the subject matter of this movie is fucking dark. It opens dark, it ends dark. Gotham is a very bleak, shitty place. Like the one thing this movie does right, and I want to get into that, is the city is a character in this movie. And Gotham, I joked with Bitchy. There's this scene where they show this train and it's got all this graffiti on it. And I said to myself, wow, that reminds me of like New York. Gotham City, for the first time ever, feels like the biggest shithole in any fucking comic universe. Gotham is a shithole. Like when they say in the movies, like in Nolan's Batman, they're like, "Oh, Gotham's such a terrible city," but then you're like, "Hey, I'd buy property like where Wayne lives." Or when you see like uh Burton's Batman or Joe Schumacher's, right? Gotham is very like still vibrant. So it's like they say it's bad, but I'd still live there. This fucking Gotham, I would not fucking live there. Gotham in this movie is a shithole. Like there is fucking people tagging shit. There's fucking buggings just happening out in the open. Like they really build Gotham very much like it is in the comics, and it's this like feeling of like kind of like the worst parts of any city you live in, and that's all of Gotham City. It's really amazing. Um, yeah, was hated by parents for being too dark. Yeah, this one, if your family did not like Burton's take, holy fuck. The take in this movie is much darker. And I don't mean like Zack Snyder dark. I mean it fits for how they established this world. So let me go to the casting and get down. Okay, so all of you people who have told me that Robert Pattinson sparkles and all this shit, and everybody who says Robert Pattinson can't act, y'all need to shut the fuck up. Robert Pattinson fucking nails it as Batman. I can't judge Bruce Wayne. Now here to me there's two different roles when you play Batman. There's Bruce Wayne and there's Batman. And they're two separate things, right? Bruce Wayne is the mask that Batman wears. So when he's Batman, that's who he actually is, and Bruce Wayne is the mask. Now, my one problem with Pattinson's performance is that I really don't get the Bruce Wayne out of him. And I can't give you very much without spoiling the movie, but I will say you see Bruce Wayne like a subtotal of like two times, maybe three, 4 times. You don't see Bruce Wayne. He is like 95% fucking Batman. This whole movie, Pattinson is fucking Batman. He like literally in this suit for 95% of the like I was watching this going, "Oh my god, I certainly hope this man did not have to pee during filming because the suit itself looks like it would be extremely hard to piss in." And hey, what's up, Stone Cold Jeremy? Yes, South Florida Drifter. I agree. Um,
Yeah, I agree. The best Bruce Wayne was the first cinematic Batman. But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I will say this, and no lie, no lie, I'm being dead serious. I think he might be my favorite Batman. I would put him neck and neck with Michael Keaton. Honestly, they both have something, okay, and it's something in the suit that gives them. Pattinson has a ferocity in this movie where he is fucking scared. This is the first movie where I've actually like when people say the Batman and everyone runs and you're like, "Oh, he doesn't really do that much terrifying shit." This movie, dude, he fucks people up in this. Let me tell you something. He fucks people up in this movie. I can't even. He fucks people up in this movie. I literally winched at a lot of parts in this film when he was fighting because the sound and everything. They pull no punches. Like you hear people's fucking arms breaking and shit when he's fighting them. There's this one dude he's fighting. I'm not spoiling it. It's in the trailer where he wrenches his arm like this. Dude, in the theater, you heard the dude's bones breaking. It's like and then he's like the pounding of his fist and then when he just looks up and says, "I am vengeance," I said, "Holy fuck, dude!" Like, and that is only 5 minutes of that scene because that fight scene is fucking like 12 minutes of thugs getting the shit kicked out of them. Like, Batman is fucking terrifying in this movie. Hey, what's up? This is my buddy down the road. Don't worry, I'm not going to spoil anything for you. I'm just giving a brief summary so you can hang around and think of my thoughts. So, um, first in the cast, um, Batman, perfect casting. Pattinson knocks it out of the park. Now, I put an addendum in this. I do want to say I still have to see his Bruce Wayne. Like, I want to wait till the second film to see him as Bruce Wayne. He's a very different take, but I kind of forgave it because this is year two Batman. So this isn't like Christian Bale Batman or all these other fucking comparisons. This is Batman in his second year. So you're not talking about like in this film, he still hasn't developed or doesn't see the need in his Bruce Wayne persona yet. So I think that was uh a, that does a lot for his performance because you don't ever really see him much as Bruce Wayne. But I'm fine with that. I've waited for a fucking Batman, like a Batman movie for years where Batman does detective shit, which brings me to my other solid point for this film. The Batman has a great mystery. I mean, like it is really Matt Reeves. Congratulations. The mystery to this movie is awesome. Like you're sucked in from the first time that the Riddler appears because you get the pieces, but you can't put them together. Even when you get towards the end and you think that it's done. This like Paul Dano's performance as the Riddler was quite masterful. Like he's scary as shit. I'm not gonna lie. Like I have problems with the end of the movie and his performance, but I can't talk about that because of spoilers. But it, 2/3 of this movie, he is fucking scary as shit. The first frame you see this motherfucker in is terrifying. Terrifying. And speaking of which, the shots in this movie are fucking amazing. The way they frame everybody into frame. So, like, when they're showing people, like, when they open up to show you the Riddler, it is fucking Dude, Paul Dano is fucking terrifying in this film. Like, I haven't been legit this terrified of a character since Seven. Like, uh, that's the highest compliment I could give a movie because for me, the scariest psychological thriller was John Doe in Seven. Like Kevin Spacey's performance was so terrifying, and Paul Dano kind of mirrors that in his performance. And this motherfucker is so fucking crazy, and not in the Joker crazy. He's crazy as in you are more terrified because everything he does is so meticulously calculated and planned out. Like it always feels like he's 10 steps ahead of the cop and like 3 ahead of Batman. And Batman feels like he could put the pieces together, but he doesn't have the full puzzle. It's amazing. Paul Dano does a great job in this film. Uh, Steve, I don't want to give away too much, but the fucking Batmobile might be my favorite Batmobile. Not gonna lie. I think this Batmobile is the best Batmobile that they've done. I thought like, wow, the Batmobile just like they knocked it out of the park. When that fucker, when they introduced the Batmobile in this movie, and that fucker's engines go, everyone in the theater was like, whoa! Like even my girl was like, holy shit, she loved the Batmobile too. It was the I can't say too much without giving it away, but the Batmobile was great, and the scene that it's in is epic. Like this movie has a lot of epic scenes. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I liked getting away from the Joker. I think the Riddler was very well done, and I don't really like Jim Carrey's performance as the Riddler. I thought he was too over the top. Paul Dano puts a very realistic feel to him. Like he is like this motherfucker could be working at your post office or something. He's very terrifying in the film. Like I said, I got problems with the ending, but I'll touch on that on Tuesday in my spoilers. But he's good a majority of the film. Let's see. He's yeah, seriously, that's cool. Just so the villains are. It's more like a true crime story. Yeah, it's Batman as a detective. Like he's solving 90% of this movie is Batman solving these murders, and it's really cool because the way they use the tech, it's very realistic and it feels very Batman. Like people coming out and saying, "Oh, it's not like I like this is how Batman's supposed to be." Anybody who's read a Batman comic, like this is like the closest, most comic accurate Batman I think we've ever gotten. Like he fights, he does detective shit, he has kick-ass gadgets and Batmobile. And I'll get to my next casting, Catwoman. But yeah, it was good. He it was I loved it. Stone Cold Jeremy said at Zod, when I first heard Pattinson's cat, I had reservations, but after watching Lighthouse, yeah, he's very versatile, and he is great. He is great in this film. So definitely, definitely very good in this film. Yeah, Tom Healy Joe. Yeah, I remember. Oh God, I did not like that. Thank you for putting down the gay porn to see my review of Batman. So, what else did I like? Paul Dano, Riddler, great, terrifying. Third cast member that I have to give a shout out to, um, Jeffrey Wright as Commissioner Gordon. Uh, I'm actually surprised this wasn't a thing. A lot of people like to get mad about the race swap, but I gotta admit, like Jeffrey Wright was a great fucking like okay, the only other Commissioner Gordon I ever remember in the Batman series is of course in the Nolan trilogy because it's it's the fucking legend, all right, doing Commissioner Gordon, Gary Oldman. But in this one, Jeffrey Wright really does a fantastic job at playing Commissioner Gordon. Remember, everything in this movie is very dark. It's a very hopeless. Uh, it's a very hopeless type of feel. So Commissioner Gordon in this, he's very tired. This is the second year of the Batman being the Batman, so Commissioner Gordon is working with him for the second time, but you could see it on his face. And Jeffrey Wright plays it so good. Like he's got like that low gravelly voice. He did a fucking phenomenal job. Now, here's my big nitpick. And I'm 50-50 split. And I know a lot of people are not going to like this take. Catwoman. My girlfriend fucking hated Catwoman in this movie. Um I don't have a problem. I still like Anne Hathaway's Catwoman and Michelle Pfeiffer the best. I'm sorry, but for what this movie is, she's very good in the role. Another bullshit thing I wanted to call out is that all of these reviewers were saying her and Robert Pattinson have this chemistry. They do not have any fucking chemistry at all. I'm sorry, none at all. And I don't mean like they don't work together. They have chemistry like buddies. Like if you were a friend with a girl who did shit, like that's the kind of vibe I got. Like I brought them interacting and they riffed off of each other very nice, but I didn't buy like a romantic kind of chemistry to it. Like there's a kiss and it doesn't feel like Last Jedi forced, but it doesn't feel like um it doesn't feel like that they are like lovers. And I credit this to maybe they want to build it out later, but she's good in the role. I think she gets the spirit of Catwoman. She's very sassy. I liked her fight scenes. I thought they were very well. I think she moved a lot better than most of the other Catwomen. She fought like a cat. I'm sorry, guys, but come on, that was there. She fought like very feline. Like her moves, and you see some of this in her trailer, but her moves were very low to the ground. She does a lot of different like martial arts kind of moves, like roundhouse kicks and shit like that. So I thought that was cool. Um, yes, I agree with you. Michelle Pfeiffer will always be my love. Like I put and most people never agree with me, but I don't give a shit. I put like Anne Hathaway and Michelle Pfeiffer like neck and neck. Anne Hathaway had something, I don't know what it was, that really drew me to her portrayal. But Michelle Pfeiffer, that catsuit, holy shit, dude! Tim Burton should get some kind of an award. That catsuit was amazing. Um, so it is funny because no one ever brings up that in the discussion of Batman Returns. Maybe I'll do a review on all the Batman movies. Um, at Mr. Sod's Phantom Zone is Batman, Man, and Catwoman, or Bruce. It's Batman and Catwoman. Um, in this movie, so here's just a little tidbit. I'm not spoiling anything. This movie is literally the Batman. Okay, this movie is 95 fucking percent Batman. If you are going there to see Bruce Wayne, there's a couple of scenes, but like literally 90% of this movie is at night because Batman operates at night. Like this whole entire movie is basically like the fucking title says. It's the Batman. There's no like side characters. It's all like Batman and eventually Catwoman uh working to solve this murder and figure out what's going on. Because I can't tell you too much because her storyline directly leads into the investigation. Another thing about Matt Reeves, his writing is good because everything in this movie connects nicely. Nobody doesn't fit into this film. And what's up, DJ H. Rickercon? No excuse for the lack of chemistry then. I nearly died, killed you. Kiss should be fire. Yeah. You'll see what I mean. Some people read it like they had great chemistry. Me personally, I didn't feel that they did. I've seen better. That could just be my personal take. I just did not think they had good chemistry, but they didn't have good sexual chemistry. And she's a very sexual uh character and she gives off that vibe. But when it came to her and Pattinson, I felt more of a buddy friend vibe than like two lovers. Yeah, hopefully you guys get what I mean when you see the movie. What else? Oh, so VIP All-Star, and this dude is only in a couple of scenes. Let's talk about Colin Farrell in this movie. Holy fucking shit. The Penguin in this movie, mwah, I don't give a shit about Danny DeVito's Penguin. This is the best fucking Penguin we have ever seen. Period. Done. End of story. I'm not debating this. This Penguin is fucking tremendous. Colin, you don't I would not, if you would have told me that any actor in the world played that role, I would have believed you because he is quite literally unrecognizable as the Penguin. He disappears, and he's got like this accent that he puts on. It's almost like a New York accent that I recognize, maybe like Brooklyn, Bronx kind of an accent. And he is fucking hilarious. Like literally, I'm not kidding you. Like Penguin is in this movie like twice, maybe three times, and he steals the scene every time he's in it. This motherfucker is hilarious. He is scary. He's scummy. He's sleazy. Colin Farrell, dude. There are some people who there are some people who when you see them and they say they were born to play the role or they disappear into that role, dude, Colin Farrell fucking disappears into this role. He is so phenomenal in this role. uh Generation Productions. I won't read all of these, but I like that. That's what he said at Mr. Zod's Phantom Zone. Why Catwoman and Batman are friends? Because Batman is gay. Nah, 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 nah. Gay man. Yeah, I think I read that right. But yeah, dude, Penguin is excellent. Um, he's sarcastic, he's brutal. You see some of his violence. He's got one of the best scenes in the movie. Colin Farrell, I have a love-hate relationship with Colin Farrell. I really don't like him in most anything. I don't know why. Maybe it's this beef. You know, we're both Irish. We're supposed to have this bond, but I fucking hate uh, a lot of his work. But I will say this: Colin Farrell is fucking fantastic in this movie. He is a fucking legend. I loved him. I loved every scene. I can't wait for the Penguin HBO show to come out. I am fucking looking forward to that. Colin Farrell is fucking amazing in this show. In this movie, he is fantastic. I was kind of pissed that he didn't have more. Like I said though, Matt Reeves uses every character pretty well, but he was by far a scene stealer. Like every time he was on screen, I was fucking laughing my ass off. He was hilarious. But like not like over the top. It was a very very fine even kill performance. Hey Jane Creek, good to see you. Of course he is, but Dick Grayson isn't even born yet, so I'm prepared to tolerate him not knowing himself well at this point. Yeah. Um, yeah. Uh, so you definitely should know. Yeah, he was okay in True Detective season 2. I thought that season was good. I liked Vince Vaughn as the bad guy. I thought it got panned really bad, but I agree, South Florida Drifter. I liked True Detective season 2. I thought it was very underrated, but yeah, in this he's fantastic. Loved his performance. What else do we have? Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I couldn't get into very many other characters without giving away the plot, but everybody's got a point. So, what are some of my negatives? Because I've been given glowing reviews. So, a couple of negative things. One, I don't care what anybody says. That 3 hour runtime, you feel at about halfway in the film. Like, I'm not gonna lie, 3 hours might have been a little bit too long. I really feel like there's 5 or 10 minutes of this you could cut to make it perfect. That's not to say it's not engaging. I was invested. Like once the murder mystery started, I was locked in. I didn't pee for 3 hours. I told my girl, I'm like, I'm not drinking any soda because if I drink soda, then I got to go to the bathroom. And dude, this is the kind of movie because it's a murder mystery that if you fucking leave for a second, you're gonna miss something important because of the way they structure the film. Like everything, there's clues and there's shit for you. This is a very ask the audience to engage. So yeah, I'm doing a midnight stream tomorrow. So, yeah, this movie is very engaging, but it's long. If you're going to see this in the theater, pro tip: do not buy any drinks. Okay, don't do it to yourself, because I'm telling you right now, you get to a point where you gotta pee, and then it's gonna be like if there's no action, then there's dialogue and there's like mystery shit. So there is no point in this movie where you can go, oh, it's kind of boring. I'll just go to the bathroom and ask what, because you'll fucking miss something. So I held that fucker for like, uh, I think it was because I went before the movie started. I think it was like 2.5 hours I had to go to the room, and I was like so engaged. Yeah. So definitely make sure that you go pee first. At Mr. Zod's Phantom Zone, would this movie make a good Batman game? Absolutely. I could totally see that. I could totally see it being it. Oh God, what if I go to see the Batman and it does something worse than bat nipples? No. No bat nipples. You'll be glad to know. Bat nipples is dead. Hopefully forever. But yeah, dude, this movie is fucking long. So if you're going to go to this film, go to the bathroom before the movie and do not drink any liquids of any kind. I don't care if you're dying. I don't care if you just came out of the Sahara Desert. You will hate yourself if you drink something, because what's going to happen is you're going to drink something and then boom, you're going to miss a clue and you're going to be lost. That's how this movie is. Like, this movie demands you watch the film a lot. So my first issue was kind of the problem. My second issue with this movie was the Riddler at the end. And I can't get into specifics, but I have some acting inconsistencies. I'm not going to say why. It doesn't ruin the whole movie, but I can't give this a perfect rating and not seem biased. Like, there's some hiccups there, and I was disappointed in them not portraying Bruce Wayne at all. I would have liked to seen like him starting to develop it. I understand it. I still think that it would have shut a lot of people up if Pattinson also did Bruce Wayne as well. We didn't really get that here. Once again, minor complaint. So my big complaints was that and some stuff at the ending. I think at the end they kind of do a switch that is very jarring. And up until this point, Riddler is a very great, like probably one of the best scary characters. And then something happens and it's kind of like, I don't know how I feel about the direction they took. Also, the other problem is where the movie should end, they go 30 more minutes. And when you see the movie, you'll understand the part that I'm talking about. And I think that could have been cut, because the last sort of bookend doesn't really do anything. And I think it would have been better to end people on a really high scene than kind of do what they did. And when you see the movie, you'll understand what I'm talking about. But you got to see the movie to kind of get what I'm getting at. But overall, what do I think of this film? I took a day. I thought about it. I'm going to see it again on Friday. I fucking love this movie. I'm not gonna lie. I think on a second watch, I'm really gonna pick up a lot of things. But I fucking love this movie. I love this movie. I really do. Like, I put it up there with how I felt about Joker. When I first saw Joker, I had the same feeling. I couldn't quite put my finger on how I felt. And then I saw it again, and I loved it even more. And I saw it again, and by like 5 times in, it's like one of my favorite movies. But I love this movie. I think this is the Batman that I've wanted to see. But I will warn you, if you're not into detective noir kind of stories, you won't like this movie. If you're expecting it to be like Christopher Nolan's Batman, you won't like this movie. It's a very different take. It's a very different shot for shot kind of thing. Let me see. What was that? Mr. Sod saying, "Oh, DC, stop disappointing you." Yes, yes. God, I'm hoping the rest of it. I'm not gonna see Aquaman 2, but I am looking forward to Black Adam, and I don't know about Flash. I fucking hate Ezra Miller, so I might not see it. Um, Michael Keaton being in it is not enough to really get me on board. I don't care. I mean, I don't care about the Flash at all. And to be fair, I never have. The only time I really liked the Flash was in uh, Justice League Dark Apocalypse War, which was a brilliant animated movie that they did. But I don't fucking care about the Flash, and I fucking hate Ezra Miller's. Okay, I can't stress to you guys enough. I fucking hate with a capital H. I hate fucking Ezra Miller's Flash. I fucking hate it so much. I want to throw a fucking cup at the fucking screen every time he talks. He is the most annoying fucking Flash in the history of Flash. I can't do it. I can't watch a fucking 2 hours of him talking. I will fucking kill someone. I cannot take that. I hate him. Like, I don't get why they couldn't get the CW Flash. I don't understand it. They get Ezra Miller, the worst fucking actor in the history of acting. I fucking hate him. I hate him in this, and I hate him in any other thing that I've seen him in. He's a fucking terrible actor, and I don't know why they fucking kept him, but didn't keep Henry Cavill as fucking Superman. I don't understand it. DC, get your shit together. Like, really? Um. Now I know you're messing with me, JD Davis. But yeah. So this might be shocking with as good as I gave this, but for right now, and this could change. Yes, thank you. Grant Gustin should have been in the Flash movies. 100% Stone Cold Jeremy, I will never forgive him for that. Never. Instead of Ezreal fucking Miller. Fucking I hate him. Thank you. But yeah, I hate him. I do. I hate him so much. But anyways, so I'm gonna start uh wrapping things up because if you guys don't know, go check out Planet Q's Queen channel. I'm gonna be on there talking some JD news, but yeah, I want to wrap it up so I can jump over there. I've been promising them I was gonna come over there, and I still gotta eat. So, what do I think overall? This movie actually scores higher for me than Scream. Scream I had at a 7.5. Or I'm going to give this movie an 8.5. I'm not quite at 9, but I'm a little higher than 7. I was this close, but for me, I still don't know how I feel about the ending. And the ending is pretty fucking important um, for a movie. I think it's excellent. I think people should see it. I think that it is a fresh take on Batman, and if you like detective shit, you're gonna love this movie. Like, the mystery is straight up. The mystery is interesting. It's good. There's a lot of twists and turns. It's a shocking reveal. I like all of that stuff. When I talk spoilers on Tuesday with my special guest, I'll get into my issues because they're more like in specific scenes in the movie. But yeah, I love this movie. I really do. I'm gonna own it. I'm going to go see it 2 or 3 times. And yeah, I'll probably see it when it comes on HBO Max, about a dozen more. Um I really like to, when I like a movie this much, I like to go back through and try to pick up on stuff that I might have missed before, because dude, this movie has so much shit happening and you're going to be shocked. Like, I promise you. I promise you. The first 10 minutes of this movie is going to shock you so much it will be hard for you to focus, because two things happen side by side and it's so fucking well done that you jump over here and they're like, oh, holy shit, oh, holy fuck, this just happened. And it's just like, oh, okay, which one am I focusing on? So, yeah, definitely check this one out. See it in IMAX or in on a bigger screen. I saw it on the deluxe screen, with like Adobe sound and all that bullshit. See it there. There is so much. The sound of it was so fucking good. I fucking loved it. But yeah, I love this movie. Like I said, 8.5 for me. It still had some things at the end of the movie, and I have to rewatch it to see how I feel. Now, it could either go to 9 or an 8, but I think I'm going to keep it at an 8. This is above average movie. This movie is fucking spectacularly. This movie is spectacularly shot. This is one of the most well shot films I have seen in a couple of years. The soundtrack is fucking awesome. And anybody who hates Nirvana, you should burn in hell. Because I heard a reviewer say that. I hope you fucking fall in the lake of fire. That song is fucking perfect for this. And anyone who talks shit about my Nirvana, seriously, fall in the lake of fire. Anyways, sorry, I'm a 90s kid, but yeah, great musical score, great shooting. The story is good, and till the ending is where my issues come up, and I'll talk more about those on my Tuesday stream. But for right now, it's really good. I liked it. I'm gonna give it an 8.5. Subject to change on Tuesday. I could go to 9 or just stay at an 8. But for right now, I'm kind of in the middle of those two. See it in the theater. If I have one, this is one movie, see it in the theater. Like, you will do yourself a disservice if you don't see this movie in the theater, because like the way it's shot, it feels like it's meant to be on a huge screen. So definitely see it in the theater. Thank you, everybody. Carmen, hi, and I'm sorry I'm going as you came, but I do have to go because I have to jump on with the beautiful Jenny Godden and Shalana, as you can see. Yeah. Yes, I love Nirvana too. You will love the opening of this movie, Jenny. Best fucking song to play for the opening of it, and it literally it tells you what this movie is going to be. Like, everything is pretty well, everything's done really well. So, uh, guys, go on and join me over on Twitch with Jenny Godden and Shalana. We'll be talking Planet Q's Queen. We'll be talking some JD stuff. So definitely come and join us over there. I'm going to hop on over there. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I really appreciate it. I know people were waiting on this. I am sorry. This movie I watched at midnight and it got done at fucking 4, and there was no way in the world I was doing a review at 4 in the morning on the Batman. Like, I love this movie, but not that much. Like, when we got back, we were so wiped out that I couldn't even really focus on anything. But yeah, I was like, no, I'm not gonna be doing this. But uh yeah, so here's the link. Definitely click this link. Come on over. Come follow us over there. We'll be going live. I'm pretty sure like 19 minutes. So before I go, let me just leave you guys with the awesome and spectacular theme of this movie. And I will see you guys later.